Hi everybody, Kenny B here once again on Zombie Movies and TV. Took a little hiatus, spent some time at Raccoon City dealing with some issues. And when I got back, the people behind Warp TV got back to me and said, "Hey Kenny, what are you doing? You haven't been doing any movie reviews like we asked you." So, I think as punishment, they decided that I should do fucking Zombie Diaries 2. Well, tried my best to talk them out of it. I said, come on, there's got to be other movies I can review. I mean, how about like some Uwe Boll films? But they said, no, we already did the first one, we got to do the second one, and then we can move on to other things. So, I wrote a bunch of notes about this film. First off, when I saw the opening sequence, I fucking raged. Because I thought it was going to be another fucking really shitty found footage movie. I mean, I went like ape shit. I was like, fuck this, what the fuck, fuck you. I almost stormed the hell out of the movie room. But they forced me to stick with it. So I'm going to talk about this from a zombie survival perspective, because Wolf's already done his review and I still haven't forgiven him for making me watch this fucking movie. First and foremost, who the fuck walks around during the middle of a zombie apocalypse with a fucking camcorder rather than a gun? I mean, come on, really, people? That's why this whole fucking found footage thing is moronic when it comes to movies like this. Especially because the character that's carrying the camera is supposed to be a soldier. Instead, he's spending his time with a camera. Now, people are going to say, Kenny, that's a bit harsh, but fuck you. That's my first problem with this movie. Second, the big what the fuck moment for this movie was when you're at this military base, this guy's just going around interviewing all the guys on the base, asking them questions and all this other shit. And it's nighttime. They already showed you they have patrols going around the perimeter of this base. And out of nowhere, somebody leaves the front gate open, letting a horde of zombies in. Really? Who, once again, goes into this, you know, what the fuck moment? You're like screaming at this TV at the point, going, why? Why did this happen? It's not explained who left the gate open, but the characters end up leaving. And what makes it worse during this scene with the whole, like, zombies coming in, it went from the base being relatively well lit to blackout. Oh shit, power's out all of a sudden, coincidentally when the zombies come through the front gate. And they never elaborate on what really occurred there. But that goes into some of the problems I'm having with this movie. Once again, the footage compared to the last film, a lot better. But there's still some brief moments where you get that blinky, shaky cam and you're like, what the hell? The zombies, however, just like the first movie, aren't really threatening unless they're doing like a little ninja zombie routine where they pop up all of a sudden and bite you. But even then, most of the time, these zombies are so non-threatening, it's a joke. If this is what the zombie apocalypse really turns out to be, it's over in a day. We'll wipe them out. Not a problem. However, more than likely, 99.9%, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be more like Dawn of the Dead 2004, where the fresher zombies are running towards you, balls out, and you're putting rounds down range, hitting them, and they're still fucking running. So unless you get a headshot, you're not going to stop them. Now, the cast get in a military truck, And they decide they're going to drive to this other zone where they're going to, it's an evacuation point. Somehow, during the night when they're driving, they end up hitting a zombie and wrecking the truck. Having driven deuce and a halves, Humvees, and MRAPs, I can say, fairly certain, you hit a zombie with one of these vehicles, you're going right over them. It's not going to stop you. Short of a tank barricade, not much can stop one of those vehicles. Or a concrete divider, you know, that type of deal. And here's another, like, once again, some of the stuff they do in here is kind of retarded. They have a chance to wipe out these bandits that are basically trying to ass fuck a dead zombie female. Instead of like setting up fields of fire and wiping them out, they opt to sneak past them. Now, mind you, if they will wipe these people out, there would have been a good chance that the rest of this movie wouldn't have been as bad and annoying. Which leads me to some other, like I said, questions about this movie. It's supposed to be winter, there's snow on the ground, yet whenever a zombie's nearby, you hear the buzzing of flies. This made zero sense to me, because, once again, I guess they're doing it to show the ninja zombies in action. It's just, like I said, retarded. And then, what's even more disturbing, I understand these people are reservist, but somehow the female sniper has an M16 with a scope set up for long-range fire. This weapon's not in the British armory. And besides having that, she has a broom-handled Mauser. I don't even think you can get a Mauser in England legally. And what few might be there legally are probably in the hands of collectors sitting in some Glock alarmed case gathering dust. You're not going to see something like that out there in the zombie apocalypse. Much less are people going to actually be able to, like, find ammunition for something so rare. And the other thing that's kind of good with her, it's kind of odd, when they're moving out at night, during the night vision sequences, she's looking through the scope when you can obviously see it's not a night vision scope, it's a regular scope for precision shooting. So what the hell is she looking through? I have no idea. But magically in this movie, it makes sense. And one other point I gotta make real quick. These are supposed to be trained soldiers moving through, like I said, the zombie apocalypse. They don't move very well. In fact, like I said, they just kind of... I think airsoft gamers move better than these people do. They're more tactical. And like I said, it's just kind of ridiculous because in this entire movie, like I said, douchebag with a camera running around, instead of helping anybody by, like, putting the fucking camera down and actually using a gun, he instead opts to film everything. Not offering covering fire when they're trying to move through an area. Nothing like that. Instead, he's just opting to be a burden for the group. What can be learned about this movie? One, don't let a douchebag run around with a camera with you during the zombie apocalypse. That's first and foremost. If you have somebody who wants to document this for future generations, send him that way where the zombies are, so it becomes a ham sandwich, because you don't need anybody like that fucking up your shit, eating your food, and not contributing anything to the survival of the group. Two, lock your gate. That's a real simple one. Or else, somehow, the magical ninja zombies will open a gate, causing lots of problems. But once again, like I said, the logic behind that scene just made no sense to me. Also, the other thing you learned from this movie, because interspersed between all these various scenes are scenes of soldiers in biosuits killing civilians. I'm guessing because they believe they're infected, so they'll kill them and take them out before that's a problem. Don't trust the soldiers. Instead, as I said, bunker down, preferably in a Walmart, and try to ride it out. I really can't think of much else to say about this movie because I didn't want to watch it. I was forced to. But this movie, it's better than the first one. So I give it a katana and a half overall. But I would still say watch something better. Unless you want to get drunk and make a Zombie Diaries drinking game. Still working on the rules for that. I just don't really want to watch this thing again and come up with anything. So, as I said, my overall review and rant about this movie, not worth your time. 1.5 katanas. So, next week, hopefully I'll get to review a movie I actually like. I'm pushing for Zombie 2. Not sure what the guys from Warp TV want to watch, so hopefully they'll let me have some creative freedom here. But for now, Kenny B signing off. Keep your weapons handy. Remember, folks, best bug out location, Walmart. Take care.